So here are our first 5 sounds that we've learned, and if the children know them, a, s, d, t, d, s, a, t. If they can say the sound, they should be able to read the words underneath if they're tuned into blending. At, mat. At, mad. At, dad. So if you teach them the sound as opposed to the letter name, it's going to help them to read words independently straight away. Okay? So we've looked at how we teach the children how to read single words. So we'll have a look at how to spell some words now. So the word bag has got 3 sounds in it. B, a, g, bag. And if they know how to write those sounds, and as we teach the children how to read the sounds, we also teach them how to write them. It's not a quick process, I'm afraid. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of practice. But once they get the grips of it, they can start to do it. B, around the toe, all around the apple, down the leaf, b, a, g, around the girl's face, down the hair, give it a curl. And we can show them how to be precise with this kind of thing, and then check they've spelt it right. B, a, g, bag. And that's how we teach them how to spell single words. Okay, now that the children have learned how to spell single words, we were trying to move them on to reading longer pieces of text as quickly as possible. So this particular one has got 3 single words in, and we would teach them to read by doing this. A, s, a, d, sad. A, sad, a, n, man. A, sad man. The reason why I would say the previous words back is to help remember what I've read, to help me comprehend it. Reading is about comprehending what the words that you've read and understanding it. And this step from reading single words into 3 words and 4 words and 5 words can be heavy on memory and difficult for the children to master. So if you teach them in this way, a, s, a, d, sad. A sad, a, n, man. A sad man. They will understand, and then we can check it. Oh, you're right. Is it a sad man? Let's turn it over. Oh, yes. Look at him. Poor fella. So here you go. Here's another one. And again, let's read it and see if we're right by turning over. A, t, n, tin. A tin, k, a, n, can. A tin, can. Let's see if we're right. Woohoo, we're on form today. Okay, so it moves from 3 word captions, and then we try and move them on to 4 words and maybe even 5 words. So here's a good one here with 5 words in, and some of them are tricky words as well, which we spoke about already. Go to the log, log. Go to the log hut, hut. Go to the log hut. Let's see if we're right. Oh yes. So the tricky words are really useful because it helps them to build up more fluency in their reading. Okay, thanks a lot. So this is all about tricky words. So some words are different. You can read some words by sounding them out, like at, for example. If you know k and you know a, you know t, you can read the word cat. But some words you can't do that with, and they are tricky words or red words because you have to stop and think about them. A word like cat would be a green word because if you know k, you know a, you know t, it's green for go. You can say those sounds and you can blend them together to read the word. But the, t, the doesn't say the. T, o, to doesn't say to. I doesn't say I. G, o, go doesn't say go. N, o, no doesn't say no. And this one at the top, it, in, t, o, into, doesn't say into. So they have to learn these words by sight and understand them. So we can teach them by playing them in games. So we can use flashcards to teach the words, but then we can send home things like this that you can play at home. So you just need 2 counters and you roll the dice. Okay, can you see it? Oh, never mind. Number 4, and they would start 1, 2, 3, 4. If they can read the word, they can stay on it. No. Yes, I can stay on that word. And the first person to get to the finish line wins the game. So it's a motivating way to learn these tricky words, and you'll see in the next video how useful these tricky words are to young readers because it helps them to build up fluency and pace to their reading. Okay, thanks. So let's talk about the reading books now. So you've been looking at these books a lot since September. So they have some words in them, like the title, the big, bit ox. But you wouldn't really be expecting the children to read them. It's great if you can share them together with each other, and you can point out words, fragile, and you can ask your children to have a go at reading them. But the idea of these books is that it gets the children used to turn the pages over, handling books carefully, and getting to know these characters, the likes of Biff, Chip, Mum, and Floppy the dog, Kipper, the little boy with the blonde hair, and Dad, and all their friends like Wilf and Wilma. There's loads of really familiar characters that the children will grow up with in school. So these books are nice. They can put on character voices. Oh, be careful down there, Chip. I don't want to get any paint in your hair. This looks really exciting, Mum. So you can do things that and build up their descriptive skills. But once they've mastered the captions, the likes of a sad man, a doll in a cot, things like that, they can start to look at these books. So this book is called Cats. It's a Oxford Reading Tree phonics book. You can see Kipper dressed as a cat on the front of it, and then on the back you've got these sounds: s, at, p, ok. If they know those sounds, they can have a very good go at reading this book. You've got 2 tricky words in it, so they would have been learning these by this point too. The and I. So we would start with games like this in class. Find and point to the tricky word I. Find and point to the tricky word the. Find and point to the tricky word the. The and I. Okay, and then that warms them up ready to read their book in their groups, and then they take these books home as well. So I am at, I am Pat. I am a cat. I am a cat. I am a cat. And it builds up to more difficult pieces of text in this. So if you see, for example, on this page, you've got this bit again. I am at, I am Matt. I am at, I am Matt. The I am Matt the cat. I am Matt the cat. So 5 words there using tricky words I and the. But once they get to grips of these books, it really helps them see themselves as independent readers. And the stories are nice. They're like 8 pages long, but there's lots to keep them interested. And we keep these for a couple of days and really try to help the children master them and get confident with them. So they don't get changed every day. We keep them for as long as the children need them to get confident and feeling good about themselves as an independent reader. Okay. The next stage of books that we use with the children, again, they're the phonics ones, Oxford Reading Trait, but they're non-fiction ones. So loads of the sounds featured in them. Again, you've got the tricky words, the, to, and I. But the text is slightly longer in these books, so you can see here, the, the man kicks, the man kicks, it, the man kicks it, the man kicks it in. Bit longer to read, but some of the sentences in this are quite long, so you can see here, quite a lot of words in this one. The men put the apple pedal, the men pedal up, the hill, the men pedal up the hill. So two tricky words in there, which makes these bigger sentences easier to read. There's one towards the back which is really quite long. Just to demonstrate, oh here you go, here, look at this one. The man has to, the man has to run up to, the man has to run up to the top. The man has to run up to the top of the hill. The man has to run up to the top of the hill. So there's loads of words there, but again, you've got a lot of the tricky words which help to condense the amount of text that the children have to blend and decode, which makes it easier to remember and to understand and comprehend what they've read. Okay, so there's a whole set of them, and then after that they would start to move on to these. These are stage 2 books. So they've got more of these sounds in. You've got z, j, w, and y. And when they get to these books, we'll have started teaching the brand new set of tricky words like he and was. And again, you can see the amount of words that are in these books. So by this stage, they've seen this word a lot. You know, dad is in loads of these books. So you'll probably find they'll start to just say it. Dad had his, dad had his bag, dad had his bag, and his, dad had his bag and his wet, dad had his bag and his wet kit, dad had his bag and his wet kit. So again, once they get to the stage, you should see more fluency, more recall of words. So you can see had is in this, his is in it twice, and is a word they should have seen quite a lot by this point. So you'll see developing fluency and maybe less need to sound out every single word, which will help them to have more flow and more skill to the reading. So again, you've got quite a lot of long sentences in this book, but the stories are great, and they are double the length. These ones, these are 16 pages long. But I think they'll really enjoy reading them, and it just gets more and more exciting. And then so after that set, you've got these ones, which are the non-fiction ones. Again, you've got loads of sounds, and the new tricky words are in them. We, you, all, but you know, you don't have to worry about them just yet. And look at these, look, it's quite a lot. So this is a non-fiction book, loads of information in it. Even some of the new sounds that we'll be looking at in set 2 and 3, the look at a book sound. You can see again long sentences, some quite tricky ones, some like these words: shall we be, shall we begin the bug quiz? Shall we begin the book quiz? So these are really nice books to read through. Not easy, but by the time they get to this stage, they should be ready for them and enjoy reading them. Okay, so that's where we're up to, and that takes care of Speed Sound Set 1, and I'll be doing another presentation and some more workshops together when we are ready to start Speed Sound Set 2 and 3. Thank you.